In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to set workplace boundaries, and I'll be giving you 5 tips of how successful people actually set workplace boundaries. What is a workplace boundary? In fact, people have written about it saying if there is something like that they set for themselves, they reach sort of ultimate fulfillment and overall success. While that's a very deep statement to say, a recent Gallup survey actually talks about 53% of their employees feel that their role is good if they have work-life balance. One of the ways of getting work-life balance is by setting those workplace boundaries. So why do you think it is required to set workplace boundaries? And before that, all of this of course depends upon how much work that you're going to be taking for yourself. What is it that you really are willing to take onto yourself in terms of the workload and the kind of relationships that you want to establish. How much or how less or whatever. This is of course something that you need to decide. After having decided on that, why do you need to set workplace boundaries? Is it really important? What do you think? Please put that in the comments box there. You know, the answer may seem very obvious, but if you do not set workplace boundaries, what could happen is that you might have a feeling of disrespect, underappreciated that you might feel, and at the end of it, you would not even gain your work-life balance. Quick tips, 5 tips that I'm going to give you. The first tip is turn off, okay? So when you're finished with work, just unplug, okay? If you have given that kind of commitment to work, in terms of giving your entire time, energy and effort at work, it's important you do the same thing when you're at home. So giving that respect to your family and to yourself, right? So what do you mean by that? If it means that not to check emails, if it means to keep your devices away, if you have certain official devices that's been given to you, we need to make an effort to keep that away from us, probably not in our sight the weekend or when you turn off from work, okay? The second one, be very sure of your hard nose, okay? What do you mean by sure of hard nose? Is that you need to be setting boundaries to let people know that there are certain times that you will not take your calls, or there'll be certain times that you will not check emails. And over a period of time, set that pattern in place so that people stop calling you probably during weekends or expect that you need to send the work in a Saturday or a Sunday. The more you do that, and the pattern would be set, or it could be even for certain hours that you definitely would not pick up the call during those hours or check emails or reply during those hours. So that is setting or letting people really understand your hard nose is very important, okay? So that's the second tip. Now what's the third tip? Take time off. Why is there a time off? Time off is for you to take a time off. Take that leave. A lot of us are in this habit of accumulating leave and probably encashing it at the end of the year or whatever. But please take that time off for your own well-being. Okay, the fourth one is prepare for pushback. So what do you mean by preparing for pushback? In spite of doing all of this, there could still be a pushback that would come from your management, which doesn't mean to say that what you've done is wrong. It doesn't mean to say that all your effort has gone into drains, but it means that regardless of your boundaries, there will still be pushback, and you continue setting that so that if it goes a little bit here and there and it goes a little bit off at times, it's fine, okay? It's okay is what you need to tell yourself. It doesn't actually talk about how you've not done it well, but you need to be sort of ready that even if you set those boundaries, there is a possibility that it may not be accepted or that people will overdo it. Finally, don't overdo overtime, in the sense that it's okay to actually work extra when it is required. There may be certain project deliverables for which you might have to work. At times, sort of meeting the expectations, but we need to be sort of very, very conscious of if we have done overtime, how to sort of balance it out, probably the next day or the day after that, or in the weekend more so for the extra effort that you've done during those days, because you need to now give that back to your family, right? So that kindly be conscious about. Wow. So the 5 tips: turn off, clearly communicate on your hard nose, okay? Prepare for your pushback and take those offs when it's required. Finally, don't overdo overtime. Okay? I hope you enjoyed and had some value out of this video. If you like the video, please like it, and also please do subscribe to my channel. And I'll be coming up with many such value additions that will help you in your day-to-day life on a day-to-day basis. And do attend my 3-day WhatsApp program and discover the superwoman in you in just 3 days. And do join me for your one-to-one coaching process. I'm currently coaching people from Cognizant, Dell, IBM, doctors, architects, and just join me and set your goals and reach your dreams. Thank you so much. Take care.